When you don't take action, your limiting beliefs compound on top of each other. They get bigger. It's like a monster. It just grows, grows, and grows. And you feel like it's more impossible to overcome. But when you take one action step, one little, that means you smash that belief. That's not true anymore. And your brain says that belief isn't true, so it doesn't even bother giving you that thought anymore. So like, action breaks away worrying. Action breaks away doubt and fear. Like, action smashes fear. But inactivity breeds fear. Like, fear grows from inactivity. When you're not active, when you're not taking steps, when you're not taking action, that's when fear grows. And a lot of people are living in that, where they're not exercising, or they're not saving or investing, or they're not doing personal development, or they're not taking action towards their dream life or their dream self or peace of mind. So they think, and the longer you don't do it, the bigger the monster gets. So the first thing is, what can I do today? What's the first step? And the first step is, what does my ultimate life look like? What does a dream life look like for me? You have to ask yourself the question. You have to ask yourself new questions. This is why coaching is so powerful, and I love being a coach. And I've been a coach since like 2014, like a professional coach from the International Coaching Federation. A lot of people call themselves coaches today, and they're not coaches. They just say, I'm a coach. But the actual coaching philosophy, real professional coaches, it's all based on the power of questions. So a coach will ask you questions to get new answers, because the truth is, you have the answers inside of you. Yes, you can be mentored. Yes, I can teach you skills on communication, on influence, on persuasion, on leadership, on how to be a public speaker, on how to change your mindset. I can teach you lots of things. But the coaching is about getting the answers out of you, okay? Getting the real truth, getting to your truth, getting to alignment with who you're meant to be. Because a lot of you guys are living from the mind, and the mind is fear-based. The mind was conditioned by other people. Your mind was trained by other people. Like, everything you know now, every thought you have, most of them are from other people, from parents, from teachers, from your environment, your community, your country. Like, so many people are limited by their thoughts, and their thoughts aren't even theirs. Like, most of your thoughts aren't even yours. They came from somebody else, and you believe them as yours. Like, this is the craziest thing. When you realize this, it fucking opens your mind so much, excuse my language, but it blows your mind wide open. Like, wait a second, these thoughts aren't even mine. So, like, one of the things you can ask yourself when you have a thought, you're like, is that thought true? Like, when you ask yourself, and you get a thought that makes you feel anxiety, and you ask yourself, is that thought true? Like, when I first did this a couple of years ago, I swear it like freaked me out. I was like, wait a second, I don't know if that thought is true. And then you ask yourself a second question, is it really true? Am I 100% sure? Am I 100% sure that that thought is true? And 99 out of 100 times, like, no, I don't know it's true. And then immediately, like, all the stress just washes away from you, because you're like, shit, like, that might not even be true. And most people have so many thoughts that aren't true, and you just take them like they're true. You don't even bother to fight or question. Do you know why you don't question? Because your brain doesn't give a shit if you're happy or not. Your brain cares about survival. Everything your brain has evolved to do is to save energy. Everything your brain does is to save energy to keep you alive. So that's why it creates patterns. Okay, it creates patterns which become habits, which means it uses less energy. So that's why you think mostly the same thoughts every day. So when I coach, when you hire a coach, you book a coach like me, I ask you new questions that you haven't thought about, which makes your brain think of new things, and new firing is going on. The neurons are firing in a new way, okay? New neural connections are happening. And it's like, oh, this is new information. And that new information gives you new emotions, because your new thoughts lead to new emotions. And then you feel different. And when you feel different, you start to take different actions. Like I said, most people don't want to jump out of bed in the morning, or they can't, because it's predictable. They know what's coming, and they don't love it. So they're like, it makes them flat, you know? Whereas when you start to program new thoughts into the mind, like really get down, this is real, it's not bullshit stuff like the airy-fairy, this is real tangible execution, like this is real strategy. When you start getting new thoughts, new patterns in your mind, all this new neural activity is happening. And that's the thing about your brain, it's called neuroplasticity. You can rewire your brain. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, one of the favorite lines of all time from him is, Your personality creates your personal reality. So what we do as coaches is we ask you questions to get new answers. And now you're empowered because now you're thinking all those thoughts I've been thinking, maybe they're not true. Because the reason you're not taking a change or making a change is what I said at the beginning. Most people are weighed down by their identity. Okay? You're weighed down by your identity. And here's the thing. Your identity might not even be true. It might not even be yours. Most people's identity was created from other people, other people's beliefs. And you look at the people that raised you or who were your teachers in school, most of them don't have their shit figured out. They were learned from somebody else who learned from someone else. And that's why it takes you to be aware. That's why self-awareness is such a powerful skill, because now it allows you to say, hold up a second. I don't know if everything I know is true. Maybe I need to ask new questions so I can get new answers, so I can feel new emotions, so I can take new actions. And if you can do that, guys, you can recreate a whole new identity. Instead of this now, it's like out here. There's no limit now. There's no limit. So now you say, what's my dream life? Now the brain is open to, what is my dream life? Anything is possible. You know what I mean? So if you understand what I'm saying, just write yes in the comments, okay? If you understand what I'm saying, I want you to write yes. If you're watching this later, please just write replay. I just want to know how many people tune in live and how many watch this later, okay? So just, if you understand what I'm saying, just give a yes, because this is so important. And even the word yes, when you start saying yes, like I write in a lot of my posts, say yes to life. Like when you say the word yes, it empowers you. Great, I love seeing these yeses, right? When you say yes, it's empowering you. It's a different energy. Like even when you just try it at home, just say yes, okay? When you say yes, it just changes everything. Like, so again, like Tony Robbins, the whole thing about Tony Robbins, guys, is create your state. That's why he's so powerful, that he's mastered how to create your state like in an instant. Most of us leave, we just, our state is by default. Okay, so we need to be in charge of that. But the first step, guys, is really being aware of the thoughts and asking yourself, and maybe that's the biggest takeaway for you guys today. Are my thoughts true? And allow yourself to answer. And then ask the second question, are they really true? Can I be 100% sure they are true? And I guarantee you 90% of your thoughts, you're like, I cannot be sure that's true. Like this changed everything for me when I learned that tool. And I can't remember who I learned it from. There's a great friend of mine called Joanne. If she's watching this, Joanne, hi. Make sure you comment hi if you're watching, Joanne. And she put me in touch. I must find out the name. And she asked these questions like, are your thoughts true? Are they really true? And it goes further. Who would I be without these thoughts? So when you ask yourself, are they true? You say, no, I don't know if it's true. Ask yourself that question. Who would I be without that thought? Okay, so don't be weighed down by your identity. There's different angles we could go here, guys. I could talk for hours on this stuff. But there were the 3 questions I wanted to give you today. The message is, don't be weighed down by your identity. Ask yourself, what is my dream life? What does my ultimate life look like? And remember, when you have the limiting beliefs coming, take the shackles off. Ask yourself, are those thoughts true? Am I 100% sure they are true? They are not. For sure they are not. Okay, because remember, we are capable of amazing. We settle for disappointing. Most people do disappointing versus amazing. And you are capable of amazing. Every one of us. I see it every day. I've coached so many people in my business, in my network business. I have a global business I've been building for years. The transformations I've seen in people who couldn't speak in front of anybody in a one-to-one, who are now up on stage. I had one guy, the first time he stood up, he's like, 6 months later, he was up on stage in front of 200 people, chest out, strong. Like, I've seen transformations. You know, we see ads online about all this stuff and you wonder, is it all bullshit? It's real. And it's actually the people who take action and make the decision, they see it's real. So you can actually make any change you want. That's the good news. So what's my dream life look like? Number 1. Number 2, what's preventing me? Again, it's your thoughts. I know the answer already. It's your patterns that were created by somebody else. They're not yours. You just identify as those patterns. You identify as, that's a paradigm. It's a belief pattern you have. You identify as that. It's not true. And the third thing is like, what needs to shift right now? What actions do I need to take right now? And here's the thing, guys. You should have personal and professional. What are your personal goals? What are your professional goals? What's your amazing life look like personally? What does an amazing life look like professionally? Okay, you got to ask yourself that. So you should be shaping and creating your life personally and professionally. That's it for now, guys. I just wanted to jump on and share that with you. I hope you got some value. If you got some value, please let me know. I love hearing it. Just put it in the comments if you got some value, if you liked what you heard. Make sure you share it. If you really got some value, that arrow pointing, you can share that with your friends. I'd love for you guys to share this with your friends. My mission is just to empower people. It's to upgrade people's self-image, upgrade their self-belief, okay, and help people reconnect with who they truly are meant to be. And then give them the skills and the strategy to execute that transformation, okay? Thank you, Cindy. That's my mission, okay? It's to empower people, to upgrade the self-awareness, the self-image, the self-belief, and to realign with who you're truly meant to be. That's exactly my mission on this planet. And then to give people the skills and the mechanics on how to execute, to give people the strategy. So I'm passionate about the mindset and philosophy, but I'm also passionate about the execution. What are the skills? What are the strategy? That's what it's about. Because theory is no good to anybody. We have to execute, okay? And that's, again, the power of a coach. It's about accountability. As a coach, we give you clarity, but then we give you strategy to make the change, but then it's about accountability. And some of the biggest transformations in my life came from mentors and coaches holding me accountable. Because I'm a master procrastinator. Like, I could write a book on procrastination, I just never get it done. I'm still trying to finish 2 books I haven't even finished yet. So that's my message to you guys. Get a coach, get a mentor. If you have any questions, write to me. I'm also going to be starting a weekly mentorship course, guys, okay? So every week there'll be a live call. It's going to be members only. It's going to be a group with all like-minded people. And I'm going to be sharing that. And that's a very special project I'm about to launch very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Give a like, give a share, and go out. I want to hear, guys, from you. If you make those changes, just send me a DM. I love hearing about positive change. That stuff inspires me, makes me want to be better. So if you're making a change, let me know. Hope you have a nice evening. As you can see, it's a beautiful evening here in Miami. Weather is good. It's always summer in Miami. That's what I say. And I'm going to be traveling to Europe soon. I'll be going to US, Indiana at the beginning of October, New York. Then I'll be going to Ireland for a bit. Then I'll be going to Dubai. And then I'll be back in the US again. So if you're in any of those places, you want to catch up or you want to go to an event, let me know. All right, guys, have a good one. Have a good night.